He's now raising specific concerns about the DOJ's investigations. He joins us now. Mr. Chairman, let's get your reaction overall to this. And I've been focusing a lot on James Comey's defense of Hillary in July of 2016. You remember it well, even taking off classified headers so they can fax documents, people that don't have clearances getting a hold of these documents, foreign adversaries having a hold of it, and the exact same thing that Jack Smith says that Donald Trump did.
Right. No, Sean, this is a sad day for the equal application of the law. We all know that. But I think more importantly, this is about election interference. Think about this for a second, Sean. We have an email that the Biden administration sent on day three. Day three, the White House. Rob Flaherty sends an email to Twitter saying, take down this tweet ASAP. And the tweet is by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. So think about it. The White House is working to censor their primary election opponent. Now they are going to indict their general election opponent, all while Joe Biden's family took millions of dollars from foreign nationals, all while Joe Biden has classified documents at 4 different locations. And then, of course, there's the comparison that you made to how they treated Secretary Clinton. This is ridiculous what's going on, and the country understands that and sees clearly that they've been out to get President Trump in 2016 when it was the Trump-Russia hoax, the Crossfire Hurricane investigation, 2018 Bob Mueller, 2020 suppression of the Biden laptop story with the 51 former intel officials, and now this. It is wrong, and the country knows it's wrong.
All right, so you have your colleague James Comer is looking into, obviously, the Biden family business and how much money. I would love to know, we can get a final number, how much money did they make from every country? What did the Biden 9 family members do to earn that money? What services did they offer? Did Joe himself get a cut?
Yep.
Did he commit any acts involved with it? I mean, this is stuff that we now know should have been investigated in 16, 17. Now we have the situation where Biden has 4 separate locations, top secret classified information that he had in his possession, and yet there's been no leaks, there's been no talk of grand juries. It seems to be just stop dead. No raiding his home, no raiding his office, no raiding any one of the 4 locations. What is the average American to think watching this and saying, well, wait a minute, these 2 did it, they got away with it, why are you going after this guy?
Yeah, all the intensity is going after President Trump. There's no intensity in these other Sean, just this past Wednesday, we had a deposition of the former head of the Washington field office of the FBI, Steve D'Antonio. Mr. D'Antonio told us right from the start, we can see this thing was a sham right from the start, because he said, where's the U.S. attorney assigned to this raid that's going to happen, this case of the classified documents with President Trump? Where's the U.S. attorney? They said, there's no U.S. attorney. We're running this out of headquarters. He goes, there was problems when we did that with Crossfire Hurricane. Why are we doing that now? They said, that's how we're doing it. Then Mr. D'Antonio said, well, if we're going to do this raid, why don't we just call President Trump's lawyers and work with them? Why do we have to go in with the subpoena and do the raid? They said, nope, we're going to do it that way. Then he said, how about this? How about, and when we get there, we then call up President Trump's attorney, have him meet us, and we go through this raid like they did for Joe Biden. When his attorneys got to look through the Penn Center in his home, they got to do that, not the way they did Mar-a-Lago. And again, the folks at the headquarters said, no, we're not going to do it that way. So the intensity they came after this, it was right from the get-go, this thing was a sham. And oh, by the way, Sean, the lawyer who overruled Mr. D'Antonio and said, no, we're not going to do it that way, that lawyer is the same one who supposedly said to a lawyer representing someone who worked for Mr. Trump, threatened him with this judgeship position. This has been in the news as well. This thing was a problem from the start, and everyone sees it.
All right, Jim Jordan, thank you. When we come back.